All right, y'all. Today I want to talk about something very important, and this is going to be a bit of a follow-up from my video yesterday. And again, this is something that I feel can help so many traders. Once I got this down, once I internalized the information that I'm about to share with you, my trading changed for the better. This is when I finally started to feel like I can actually do this. I can do this successfully. This is when the pressure came off, right? And the anxiety went away when it came to trading. So I really feel that this can help a lot of people. So make sure, guys, to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, because you're not going to find this kind of information on cable TV. Okay? Definitely not. Only on the Jason Casper YouTube channel. So let's get into it, guys. I want to talk about the fact that you can, okay, you can absolutely be a good trader. You can do this, guys. You can be a trader, and you can do this, and you can do this successfully. Don't tell yourself that you cannot do it. But enough is enough. I firmly believe that every trader who is getting wrecked, who has spent the time to study technical analysis, who has put in the work, yet they're still getting wrecked, if you are honest with yourself, you know why you are getting wrecked. You know. You can tell yourself you don't know, but when it comes down to it, if somebody were looking outside into what you are doing, they would see something that is wrong. And I would say that most of the time, that either comes down to A, not sticking to your strategy, B, not sticking to your risk management. And so you have to tell yourself, enough, I'm cheating myself. Okay, I'm cheating myself. It's time to get serious about trading. And these 5 things, guys, these 5 things, I really feel can transform your trading overnight. And the first one is this, okay? Stick to your plans and promise yourself that you will. Okay, what do I mean by stick to your plans? Well, over here, guys, on my chart, every single day, I come up with a trading plan for the day or for the week. And what this does is it allows me to always know that regardless of where the price is right now, there are always potential trades for me to take in the future. Okay? It used to be the case where when I wanted to be a trader that there was always this pressure to be in a trade, right? I felt all this pressure like, oh man, I have to get into a trade today, because if I don't, then I'm not going to be making money, and then I'm going to fail at being a trader. But if you always have a plan, this takes a lot of that pressure off, because there's always another trade. Okay, for example, I was planning to take a short from here. I was planning to take a short from here. Over in the VIP Discord, I posted this short setup on Friday to take a trade from around 21.7. Okay, we got that setup right here on Sunday morning. I didn't have to freak out. Oh no, where's my next trade going to come? I was able to wait and then take the trade from here. And then once we got into that short, right, I was waiting to take the retracement after we got the initial short, right? I was looking to add to my short at the golden pocket retracement. Okay, at the golden pocket retracement. Now this morning, we did come into the golden pocket retracement and put in a lower high. And so all the pressure was kind of taken off. I didn't really have to look at the charts. I had my alerts set, and so I could understand where I was looking to take trades. Okay? This will prevent me from feeling a lot of pressure, and this is the foundation, I feel. Having a plan is the foundation for being a good trader. Now, we're going to talk about also if you make a plan and then you miss your trade. Okay, we're going to talk about that, but this is step number 1, guys. Now, by the way, it's very important that you make a plan every day, in my opinion. This is the VIP Discord. This is our trading community. If you want to become a member here, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. This is where I post my trading plans. I post my levels. We do multiple live streams a week, going over our trading plans for the day, for the week, looking at live markets and all that kind of stuff, guys. You can check out patreon.com/Jason Casper. Now, the second thing, and this goes hand in hand with sticking to your plan, is avoid overtrading. Looking back at my own trading career, most of my losses, not all, right, but most of my losses have come about because I was not trading my plans, but I was looking for trades for the sake of trading, right? You have that feeling that I have to be in a trade because if I'm not in a trade, I'm wasting my time. I'm not being efficient, right? Because most things in life, the more you put in, the more you get out, right? Because I'm a homesteader, right? So the more time I spend in the gardens, pulling weeds, making sure there's no pests eating my plants, the better my harvest is going to be, right? The more work I do, the more action I take, the more I'm going to reap, right? But it's not that way with trading. It's not that way with trading. Because when you start taking trades for the sake of trades and just hitting that buy and sell button and looking for scalps or whatever that are not planned out, some may result in a win, that's true. But some may result in small losses. And, over time, those losses can add up. If you're losing $100 here, $100 there, plus market fees, that'll add up. Then you look back, you're like, man, I lost $800, $1,000 today. And then what makes that even more frustrating is, let's say you're over trading while you're waiting for your trade setup to play out, right? Let's say, for example, that you were waiting to take a trade from this golden pocket right here. Okay, you're waiting to take a trade from that golden pocket. And meanwhile, as we're coming up to there, you're scalping, trying to scalp in here, and based on just small moves, and maybe even the trade was in profit, but still like it ended up being a loss because of fees, maybe you lose like $800. And then it comes time for your real trade, and you enter, right? Awesome, you enter. And then what happens? Maybe you hit a take profit one right here. And then maybe you move your stop loss to your entry and your trade gets stopped out of the entry. And maybe you only make $700 on that trade. And so you actually took a loss for the day. Even though you were right in your analysis, you were correct in your analysis, your plan played out perfectly the way you were hoping, but because you were over trading, right? Because you were over trading, you actually ended up losing money for the day instead of being patient. Okay? So don't overtrade, guys. It's better to take fewer trades that result in more gains than to take many trades where you're spinning your wheels. Don't look at not trading as spinning your wheels. Look at trading too much as spinning your wheels. Now, if you miss a trade, this is very important, okay? Because oftentimes we miss trades. I, for example, posted the short setup to short from up here, totally missed it, okay? Over in the VIP Discord last week, it was such a huge bummer to me, guys, in hindsight. But I had posted the short from, let's see, yeah, right here, okay? I was looking for this trade. I was at the level. I knew what I was looking for. This was very frustrating. I even entered a short trade, and then I closed it out because my psychology got in the way. I closed it at a break even, okay? 65x leverage and 8% gain. This was honestly a small loss because of fees, right? I had to mark it out. I marketed it in, marketed it out, took a small loss. Very frustrating. And then we started to dump from there. Okay, we started to dump from there. Now, I lost my opportunity, right, to take that trade. And this can really mess with traders. If you miss a trade, okay, or let's say you had slept through it. That happens to a lot of people as well. You sleep through trades, you don't take it for some reason, you take it and then close early, right? I mean, another thing that happened to me last week, and I went over this in yesterday's video, was I had posted the long setup from right here, okay, in my VIP live stream on Thursday. I posted this long setup, okay? I waited for the level. I got my confirmations. I entered the trade. We got our bounce right from the level. And then I closed the trade early. Okay, I closed the trade after like a 1% move. Okay, this was my entry. Then after I closed the trade, boom, massive pump, massive. Now, when this happens to you as a trader, it sucks because you're like, man, I was waiting for this setup and I was right? There's like an ego thing that happens. I was right. I deserve to be in this trade. And you have this temptation now to FOMO long after the pump starts. Now, sometimes that might work out for you. Other times, that might absolutely wreck you. And I speak from experience when I say that probably more than 50% of the time, more than half, if I FOMO into a trade with a late entry, out of emotion of feeling I deserve to be in this trade position right now, I lose money on that. And so we have to be satisfied with not being in every trade. We have to be satisfied with looking at the markets and looking at the price move and not being in a position, even if we were right in our analysis. You know, I'll tell you, I'm not in a long position right now. I wish I was. I've been right in my analysis since we bottomed out. I mean, literally, Bitcoin bottomed out from the 786 fib level to the dollar, which was a level that I've been waiting for months. I have posted the trade setup in my Discord to long from 17.7K to 786 for months. Okay, it happened on a Saturday. I don't trade on Saturdays. We had the pattern, the exact target right here, the pattern of the wedge. I missed it, right? In a way, guys, I feel like, yeah, I deserve to be in a long right now. And then to add insult to injury, right? I deserve to be in this long, right? I did the analysis. I was right. I waited for my confirmations. I got my I even entered the trade. But I closed it early, right? And so now I'm not in a long. But the thing is, we have to be satisfied with letting price move without being in every position. And the reason is because we are here to extract money from the markets. We are not here to be in every single trade. Okay, we are traders. We are not hodlers. I mean, I am a hodler. But as a trader, right, we need to just be totally neutral and try to remove our emotions from the price pumping or dumping. Because we're not here to catch every move. We are here to grow our account over time and make money. And the way we do that is by waiting for our trade setups, trading our plans. If we miss a move, that's okay, because there's going to be another trade, right? Don't let emotions ruin all your hard work, okay? Now, if you do miss a trade, you have two options. Either you can find another entry in the same direction after a retracement, right? So let's say, after the pump I could have longed after a retracement, which I did, right? I did long after a retracement, but unfortunately, guys, I closed that long early, right? So we got our initial pump from the downside, waited patiently, didn't get into a long trade here, okay? Last week was a tough one for me. Took a short here, closed at a break even, missed the move to the downside. Finally getting my long at the retrace, right? Then what happens? Close it after a 1% move, and we pump, right? Finally, yesterday, I was able to get into some good shorts here. Getting into good short positions here. But, you have two options. Like, let's say you miss the initial pump. You can either look for a long after a retrace right here, or you can wait for a trade in the opposite direction. So in my case, I never really found, because it was the weekend, I don't trade on the weekends, I never found an opportunity to get into a long, so I waited for the short trade. And in this situation, I missed this short here. But if you were following my live streams, you guys know that I was in scalp shorts from here. Also from here, I was shorting on the way down, but it wasn't that big trade that I was looking for. So your two options are either wait for a retracement to trade the same direction, or start looking for a totally new trading plan. Okay? Do not FOMO in, guys. Do not FOMO in. If you feel the urge to FOMO in, close your computer and walk away. Just walk away. Get the heck out. Because you need to remove yourself from a situation that will cause you losses, right? Now, if you take a loss, and this is very, very important, do not revenge trade, okay? When I take a loss, I close the computer and I go do something else that's totally unrelated because I know my mental state is not right, okay? We have to be able to recognize if we are in a proper mental state to trade. For me, when I am trading, like I know the mindset I have to be in. I have to be positive. I have to have energy. I can't be tired. I can't be depressed. I can't be anxious. I can't feel desperate to make money. No. I have to be relaxed. I have to be stoked on the process, right? If you get negative feelings and thoughts, you should not be trading, right? Come back fresh. Come back after a good night's sleep. Come back after being out in the sun, in the garden, hanging out with your wife, hanging out with your kids, right? Go for a walk. Do something that's not trading. And understand, guys, this is very important also when you take a loss. Understand that not every trade is going to be a massive runner, okay? You might take a loss, and it might be a loss following your plan. I've taken losses, following my plans, waiting for my confirmations, and the trade goes against me and I take a loss. Okay, it happens, right? But understand this. You might not make back that loss in the very next trade. And this goes hand in hand with revenge trading, but there is the urge, especially if you're trading on ByBit, where it shows you your daily P&L, right? If you're on PHEMEX, it just shows you the P&L for the trade you're in. But if you're on ByBit, it'll show you your daily P&L. So if you see that in the red, right? Dang it, I'm down $800 for the day. You're like, you know what? My next trade, I have to make back that $800. I have to get that daily P&L into the green. Once you set that goal for yourself, you're actually setting yourself up for more loss. Because you're not guaranteed $800. It's not like you can sit down. One of the mistakes people make trading is, I want to make X amount of money a day. X% a day. Only 1% a day and I can become a millionaire with $100 in a year. Well, look. It doesn't work that way, guys. You don't get to dictate how much the market moves, right? People set these goals. Oh, trading's so simple. Just 1% a day keeps the doctor away. No, right? We don't know how much price is going to move. You might enter a trade, and if you follow my channel, you know that I'm a big advocate of locking in profit, stop loss to entry to prevent a loss. And so you might do that like 3 times in a day, and basically for the day, you might make like $300. And that loss is $800. You need to be okay with that. Because the 4th trade or the 5th trade, that's the trade you're going to make $2,000 on. But when you get into the mindset of saying, I have to make that back in the next trade, well, you're setting yourself up for failure. Because you're not going to take profit early. You're not going to move that stop loss to the entry. Right? And then what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to take another loss because you were getting too greedy. Right? You're going to take another loss because you were getting too greedy. And so, understand, you may be tempted to not stick to your strategy, right? I've done this many times in the past, and I've always gotten more wrecked. Forget about losses. Look forward. Don't look backward, guys. And then the 5th thing is this, right? Desperation will destroy your gains. And this goes hand in hand with what I was just talking about, where if you're desperate to make back your loss, you're going to take another loss. If you are desperate to make money, right? I talk to so many people who are good technical analysts who know what to do, but because they have put themselves in a position where they have to make X amount of money in order to make ends meet, and they decided to trade full time, they have this pressure on themselves to perform in the trading world and make money every single day. And this will cause you to get greedy. This will cause you not to lock in profit. This will cause you to add to your position when you shouldn't so that you can have a better entry. This will cause you to break your rules and not stick to your risk management, and you will lose everything. This is why I always advocate having another stream of income if you're going to trade full time, right? Something else, a side hustle, a business, right? Anything. Because trading full time, guys, can be extremely stressful. Extremely psychologically stressful, man. And unless you have an account that's big enough. See, here's the thing. If you have an account that's big enough where you can be relaxed and you can be okay with missing trades and just know, yeah, the next one, it'll be all right. Yeah, the next one, and I'll be all right. Right? You have to have a lot of wiggle room there, a lot of cushion, right? An account big enough where even if you're only getting, let's say, one trade a week, that's enough to pay the bills. If you're not in that position, you need to have some other kind of stream of income. Otherwise, you are going to put yourself psychologically into a position where you are setting yourself up for failure. You are setting yourself up for failure. So, you have to either have an account large enough to carry you, even if you miss some trades and take losses. It's easy to get desperate, especially if you miss trades, right? If you're tempted to chase price, if you're tempted to FOMO into positions, either A, you have the wrong mindset. You're trying to do this, and you have pressure on yourself. You have quotas that have to be met monetarily, financially, and if you have life pressures and responsibilities that are causing you to trade irresponsibly, you need to change your situation in life. Either find another way to get another stream of income so that you don't feel that pressure, or trade and grow your capital over time so that then you can actually be in a position to trade full time. Because I will tell you guys, my trading has hit a new level when I stopped focusing on making money. When I first got into trading, the goal was to make $4,000 a month, right? Because my wife had quit her job, right? My wife quit her job. We moved out to the country. We bought a piece of property. We're going to become homesteaders. And I had a marketing business at the time. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to duplicate my wife's salary with trading. That was my goal. Horrible idea. Horrible. Right? Once I stopped caring about the money and I started focusing on the process of it and being okay with missing trades, being okay with not always being in a trade, that's where everything turned around for me. So that's it, guys. God bless you guys. In the name of the Messiah, Jesus, Yeshua, I pray everyone is super blessed. And I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, make sure to like it. Subscribe to the channel. Okay, guys. Bye. I love y'all.